This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play.
And that's key.
If that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me? All
That
right.
might be the dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I like
are
the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit.
Look.
Did not.
All right,
McCarran.
So you're talking about my
Member.
LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
What you put
With me? Without me?
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
You're supposed to have football on your mind, not food.
See, he's giving
I
me
know
all this stuff
football,
tonight. We know the
beer,
food is good
and
here now.
food
Scooter.
go
Caught
together.
me off
He
guard.
couldn't.
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
He can't
The
wait.
food's
He
good
can't wait.
here.
Everything's
hard
good
to-
here.
It's hard to,
Just kinda
it's hard
looking
to
at it
ignore
myself.
Jack
It
Daniel's
is.
menu, but we're asking you to just kind of
All right,
lay
I
it back
made
a
up
little
my
bit.
mind.
Lay off the ribs. We're trying to do a TV show. Welcome to Jack
Yes.
Daniel's at LaBerge Casino. I don't know. This is, what are we going to call it here?
This opening week.
What?
What is it?
Opening day
Opening
week.
day, opening
You know,
week.
For the last 2 or 3
I am
weeks,
so
there's been a lot
ready.
of build-up.
I'm
Now
so
we're
ready.
actually talking about matchups and games
It is.
coming this
It
weekend.
is.
I
It
am
is.
tired of build-up.
All right, the build-up on the college front anyway. The NFL, we got another week, maybe a week and a
Yeah.
half of hype here. But the college build-up is LSU and TCU at Arlington.
Yeah.
And the McNeese Cowboys travel to Tampa at Raymond James Stadium, by the way. They're playing in the big stadium against
Yeah.
South Florida.
Yeah.
Those are the two big college matchups, but there are other big college matchups that we'll get into later on
Yes.
in the show.
A lot of good ones
And of
this
course,
week.
we'll get into some NFL stuff.
You know, if you notice, the first week, and I think it's a great trend over the last 5, 6, 7 years, the first week of the college season, which used to always be Cupcake City,
Yep.
Yeah.
is now, it almost seems like the bowl season a little bit. In that you have a
Oh,
lot
I know
of
where this is
interesting
headed.
matchups.
I know where this is headed.
Yeah.
What? No.
I know where this is headed.
What?
This is your last grasp attempt to build up the college football regular season that is still BCS, right? Is that where this is going? Deep down, that's what you really want to do,
No,
right?
I'm
That
just
every
saying,
season in the regular season of
see-
college football
It's
You
BCS.
know, everybody
Okay.
would be excited about the start of the season.
Yeah,
right?
because they make those matchups.
Right.
But really, there
to be
weren't
watched.
really many good games the first
There
week.
were a few.
Not
That was a
many,
few.
though.
Not many, but what few?
Not
Few.
many.
You had to
Few.
look far and few in
But
between.
these
You're right on
neutral
that.
site
Yeah.
games
You're right.
have changed that
Yep.
to a degree.
Yep.
I
Neutral.
mean, you have these.
Speaking of neutral site, outside of LSU, TCU, you got Alabama and Virginia Tech at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I don't know too much about the Hokies, but
Me neither.
look,
I mean,
Well,
they got
you
a
know, they're
reputation.
traditionally real good, but they
Yes.
were terrible last year.
They were terrible.
Yeah.
They
They
were
were.
terrible. It might be
By
interesting.
injuries and some other
I'm
things.
not saying
I
there's
think.
an upset there, but it is at
No,
least
I don't know about an upset,
making
Rick,
my
but no, I
point
don't know about an
that-
upset.
That you know, they have stepped to the. You know, most of these neutral site games are really they are run by the bowl.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You know, like the Cotton Bowl
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are running the LSU
Yeah.
one. The Chick-fil-A people
Yeah.
are running the Atlanta one. LSU's going to open the season in Houston next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Against
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And, you know, then 2 years later they're going to play in Lambeau Field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's interesting.
That's crazy.
Great.
That is.
Yeah,
That's good though to move them
Kevin,
around like
that's,
that.
that's the ultimate in SEC athleticism. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Wisconsin's not athletic,
Right.
but the stereotype of Wisconsin football is beefy offensive linemen
Right.
and great
Big
runners.
guys, yeah.
You know, 5
Big
yards in a
husky
cloud
type
of
guy.
dust,
Yeah.
if you will,
It is.
against the speed
But to mix it up though, and that's good. I
creativity
think
of the SEC.
I think that's great. You know, but
You know, that's
when
a
you
year
look at
from
it,
now. Why are
Yeah,
we
I know.
discussing?
yeah. But
We're
when you
gonna
look at it
analyze
though,
this matchup
talking
now?
about the here
You started
and now
it, you
though, the
mentioned
here and now though, this is my thing though. Opening up this week, and you know LSU, and I've had some people saying, Kevin, you know TCU's kind of good. Come on now, we're playing the Tigers. Are you seriously? Are you guys buying into that, or is it just me?
If it's not Alabama, Kevin
No one
doesn't
can
think
stay
they
with
belong
Alabama.
on the field with LSU.
I'm just saying, guys. Come on now. When you look at it, I had a chance to look through the roster of both teams. Do y'all really think this game is going to even be close, honestly?
Yes, I do, sir. In all due respect, I think.
I think we're going to have a game until third quarter. I think LSU
Are you
will
serious,
pull
Rick?
away, but what do you mean by pull away?
Are you serious?
I do.
I'm
I do.
saying I'm
First
I'm
game of the
saying,
year, Kevin.
First game of the year, but
I'm gonna go the
guys,
opposite way. I think LSU
I'm gonna
is
say
gonna,
halftime we'll know the difference of this game by margin.
I'm gonna think you're gonna think that at halftime, and then LSU.
I'll come find you. I'll come find you and say, Scooter, I was wrong. I'll come and find you, okay?
For dear life.
I'll come and find you, Scooter. No.
Okay.
No.
No idea.
Size-wise, guys, I looked at them. I mean, I matched each position to. No. For those of you watching, no.
Historically, though, in the
Like I
last
said,
few years.
if it's not Alabama, they don't belong on the field with LSU.
Teach him. You're closer to him.
I'm
know,
just
teach
saying.
the man.
For a shot.
In years past, guys, we even looked at that. What about the Oregon game? Oh my God, they're gonna beat LSU by 14. Did we? Whatever.
They played a very
Whatever.
good game.
No,
They
it was
did.
supposed to be close. It
They
was
did.
supposed to be
They did,
close.
If
Scooter, but,
LSU plays like they did that night, yeah, they will.
Yeah. I don't remember the margin at Oregon against Oregon.
Well, people
But
had
it was a little bit
people,
deceiving. It was only
people had
13
Oregon beating
in the
LSU in
end,
some cases.
But
you
Oregon
know.
scored with 4 seconds to play.
Yeah.
You're right. Historically, under Gary Patterson, the last, I don't know, I'll
But
go
he
back
doesn't
5 or
know
6
this.
years.
No.
He doesn't know
No,
this.
we.
They've
I've seen them maybe
gotten
once or
good
twice
athletes
last year.
at TCU.
They're fast, but they're
And he
not
said,
an
"Oh,
SEC.
they're a nice
But they're
little
not an SEC team. Okay, let's just cut to the chase, guys. You know teams that should play in the SEC when you look at them. That's not one.
Oh,
Well, we're going to find,
Okay.
you know, what was
That's
my
not
phrase
one.
last week? We'll see. We'll see.
Guys, I'll be
But-
the first one to come on next week and say, guys, look, whoo.
Well, you will be.
But it ain't
It's
happening.
that close. You will be.
They would be.
It's
in
not
the-
happening,
They
no.
would be in the upper half of the SEC.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yes. These are the Horned
Maybe
Frogs.
above Vanderbilt.
Oh, no, look. Well, of course, Vanderbilt, I'd put them in the maybe
Maybe
the upper
above
half.
Vanderbilt.
Still play football?
I don't know, Scooter. I can't keep up with them, man. I don't even know, really.
That's one of the more
I mean,
intriguing.
that
not
is-
many
that is.
conference
Look,
games,
guys, all I'm
but you
saying
got
is that
Vanderbilt, Ole Miss.
Yeah.
you know, I
That's
hate
two
this
teams.
stuff when you see people trying to
Excuse
get
me,
you
I
to buy
forgot
into
he was
this.
talking.
Yeah, he's still talking.
And actually saying, you know, no, LSU, like we said, guys, if they play LSU football,
All
I
right,
think,
Kevin.
I think TCU
Hobbs,
might be in for.
You're saying close. What do you mean by close? You
I'm
say
not
5
saying
points
close.
or less?
I'm
That's
not
close.
saying close.
No, I mean, I think all LSU wants to do is win this game
That-
now.
Yeah.
Kevin, what are you thinking here? You're thinking this is a
14,
blowout by
14 points, 17 points.
14
max.
to 17 points.
17 points max. I think they'll
Okay.
beat them by
All right.
17.
Yeah, I think LSU will beat them in double digits. It could be 10, it could be 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think this is going to
I'm
be a
just-
runaway
but
game.
I do
don't
like
think it's
it.
going to
I
be a
do
But
runaway
there's
like
so
it.
many question marks that I think, Scooter, hold on, let me get out. There's so many question marks that I think everybody wants to see, that everybody's waiting to see, hey, what is this new
know.
offense going to look like?
That is the
that's
great
that's
unknown.
what everybody's wanting
That's
to see.
what it's the great unknown. It makes it almost like, Christmas.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody's
what are
wanting
you
to
going
see.
to get?
Nobody knows.
I think everybody's excited to see what a fairly veteran offense does with Cam Cameron and what a whole new defense does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Let me cut
Yeah.
to the chase here. You're talking about a talented offense. Did I miss something? Has any word come out on Jeremy Hill? Have I been in a cave? Have been in a cave over the last 2 or 3 days?
I just got back from Baton Rouge, and of course that was first
Give me
question
some good news now,
asked,
Scooter. Give me some good news now.
and he's very, very coy.
He's very, very
My
coy.
guess is Jeremy Hill is not going to play this week.
Okay.
That
Do you
is
know
my
that for a
guess.
fact? But I mean, do you know that
what is
for?
preventing
But it's
Les
only
Miles?
TCU. They don't need Jeremy
Yeah,
Hill.
they don't even. What is preventing Les Miles from making?
I don't
some
know.
type of
Scooter
announcement?
would know.
Just
Scooter doesn't
less
know.
being less.
That's not good enough for me, man.
Well, that's
Come
it.
on.
So what are you
There's
saying?
no other
So what are you
explanation.
saying? So this will be what? Scooter, is this going to be a game time decision, or is this?
No, the decision's
It's
been
been made. Okay.
I promise you, the
Okay.
decision has been made.
Well, I guess we on the outs on that
not
one.
getting
then.
The only
We on the outs on that one.
The only outside thing I could think is
I'm not getting it.
They might not play him the first half, but I don't think he'll play at all. I really? Truly.
You think?
Okay.
You don't
But
think so?
Miles
Scooter?
acts like he might make the trip, but he could be lying about that too. Like
Scooter, you
harsh
see this
word.
man
He
more
is
than any of
treating
us.
this-
He's been on this show.
You
He's a
see him more than
respectable
any of
coach.
us, Scooter.
He is treating this like an injury,
Well,
and he lies
I
like
just don't get
crazy
it.
about injury.
You,
lying
Scooter, you
again,
talk
that's
to
a
him more
harsh
than any
word.
of us
Come
on this show.
Close to
and,
the
and
vest.
you don't have an inkling as to
Okay,
what you think
misleading.
his
Okay.
cards are.
golly.
Okay.
All right, we're up against the clock. Kevin, we're going to get back to this TCU
Man.
later on in the show. I'm going to readdress this Jeremy Hill. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it
either.
Make it-
Scooter knows. I think
I'm
Scooter's just not going to say.
counting on you to
Miles is
discern
just
what
a nut. Well, that's all I'm doing.
Don't say
Why
that.
would we
No, wait a minute. Let's take it. I was going to say a nut about keeping other teams in the dark.
Nothing wrong with that.
About the
And that's
most
okay.
minute plans. I mean, the most trivial stuff.
This is a bit more than that, though. Come on, this is off the field infraction, team
Yeah,
rules,
but-
breaking the law.
But you
No,
know
I
what,
get
Rick?
that, but
I know we don't
the
have
thing
time. We
is,
gotta come back on this
what-
show.
at
We
the
wanna
bottom-
talk some more about
at
this.
At the bottom of it, it's about whether or not he plays, and
Yeah.
that's what Les doesn't want anybody to
I
know.
disagree with that. I disagree. Hold that thought. We'll
You
get into it a
disagree
little
with
bit on the
me?
show. I disagree
I'm
with
just
you almost
telling you.
every week. I disagree with you. Well, I
You
disagree with the
disagree with
premise.
what?
I disagree with the premise. But hold that thought. Hold that thought.
My premise or Les's
There's a big
premise?
clock on the wall. Okay, there's a big clock and
Okay.
it's ticking
We-
away.
we definitely gotta
We're
get back
coming
on
with
this.
Some news about the New Orleans Saints. We'll get on the McNeese Cowboys.
Yeah, we gotta
taking
get back
the
on
South
this.
Florida Bulls in Tampa. We'll do that and more when we come back to Jack Daniels. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort.
So what is this fantabulous, fabulous?
It's fun-tabulous.
Never heard of it. Is that a word?
Yep.
And you made this up? Well, you can't make up words.
I didn't. Customers did.
Really?
It's a combination of fun, fantastic, and fabulous. It's what our customers tell us they feel like when they leave Tarver Ford.
So your customers love you so much, they make up cool words about you?
Yep.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
Legendary parties don't wait for the weekend. So Thursday nights at L'Auberge Casino Resort's Liquid Society Pool Concert Series is the place to be. It's a summer of epic headliners, including Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Robert Randolph and the Family Band, X Factor winner Tate Stevens, DJ Pauly D, Eli Young Band, Summerland Tour 2013, featuring Everclear, Live, Filter and Sponge, 311 and more. Tickets start at only $10 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com, Legends, or the L'Auberge Business Center. For a complete concert lineup, visit MyLauberge.com.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
Zoink!
What's with the pig?
Wait. No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work. Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King!
I'm that guy from that thing!
Give me one! Miller Lite. Man, hell, hey, wait!
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60. All right, it's Labor Day weekend this coming weekend, so
Big
we want to
weekend.
get a jump start. Yeah, big holiday weekend.
Big holiday
party
weekend for
weekend
us.
for you.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Those weekends.
Big party weekend for you.
Big
Gidry?
party weekend
Big
for us
party.
here. Yes,
We're
it
going to
is.
be working. You're going to be partying. All right.
No, I'm going to be working
That's
also.
another one
I
of
know.
those weekends that, because of my job, just really
Yeah,
isn't even
yeah,
on
just
my
kind of
calendar.
go right by you.
Yeah.
Go right by you.
That
Get a head start. Get a head start on
It's
the
the
college
working
football kickoff and also on the holiday weekend party by the pool
Yes.
Thursday night. Again, the weather should be good. Maybe get a little overcast.
And let me
kinda
just
keep
say,
it
Rick,
cool,
now
but
for
it'll
those
be
of
good.
that haven't, I don't know, you would be in a cave if you haven't come to see a party by the pool. We only have 2 more weeks.
Two more. Two
so
more.
if you haven't had a
And on
chance,
one. Okay,
no,
there's
2
two
more.
more.
If you haven't
On
had
the
a chance to get out,
stage.
get
On
out
the
soon
stage.
because 2 more weeks.
The Colt is on the stage this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The Colt. Again, last week it was Rat. The
Yep.
Colt, something tells me, I don't have their collection in my library, but something tells me it's going to be very loud again.
Yes, it will
It's
be.
gonna be loud music, you know, a little heavy metal, a lot of guitar, a lot of drums, but that's always a fun time. That's coming up Thursday night.
Let me
Party
say,
by the
I know
pool
you guys
here
watch
at
a lot of
L'Auberge.
things on
Yes.
television. Just to kind of go from what we're talking about, did you guys watch anything? Was it the MTV Awards last night?
No, did not.
Darn,
Did you?
I missed
No,
it.
Let me just say this.
Thinking I forgot to set my DVR too.
Well, let me just say this. For those of you that maybe
You watch this. Are
Can
you
go
telling
back
me?
and watch it.
Watch is the
Really?
most unusual thing.
Lady Gaga, you want to see it.
You want to see more of Lady Gaga. That's what I
You
heard.
want to go back and watch
all right.
last night's MTV.
YouTube.
Lady
it out.
Gaga.
I would
Oh
rather
my
watch an
goodness.
NFL exhibition.
I mean, I
game,
did. I was
think.
going back and forth. Yeah, Scooter, but who? Okay.
Lady Gaga. All right. Nothing definitive yet, unless newspaper boy in the middle can tell us. Will Smith left the exhibition game at
He's
Reliance
out for the
Stadium.
year.
Yeah.
Out for the year. Is it definitive? I didn't get that.
Scooter knows. Scooter says yes.
Well,
With what?
It's being reported with a torn ACL.
That's bad, Greg.
And he walked off the field. It didn't look.
But every time you see it,
it does.
That's what always scares me when they look at a knee and then the guy walks off. That's all the way it always is with a torn ACL. It seems like.
I mean, that's bad, Rick. Torn ACL.
It is bad.
They don't think they're hurt at all, and then they go check it.
That's a good point there. Look,
no, he's out for the year.
Let's hope the report is premature. Hobbs says it's out for the year. Victor Butler, veteran, gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Junior Gillette, converted defensive end linebacker. Hurt. I'm not saying.
Right.
You know, Martez Wilson still hurt. Jonathan Vilma still hurt.
And you know,
now
Vilma's out.
No, Vilma's out. Oh God, they in trouble.
I did not know Vilma was out for the year.
He's out for the year, Scooter.
When
He had surgery. Or he's having surgery.
Well, surgery is one thing. You can come back with surgery and
he's
unable
out
to
for the
perform. All right, so we lose Vilma. We lose Will Smith. These are all linebackers now. It's time to go hunting for some linebackers.
Wait, not time to go hunting for him. I mean, you should have known this was coming.
Well,
I mean, Scooter's saying
how you know
Vilma. I mean, but Vilma's something that you knew was going to happen.
Not
last
Will Smith,
week,
though.
though.
But not Will Smith. I didn't know. I thought I knew he was injured.
I mean, you
I didn't know he
prepare
was
for
gonna be
that,
out for
don't
the
you?
year.
You don't just
I mean,
assume.
some guys come back in 6 weeks from surgery. The miracles of surgery now. But anyway, look,
not at that position right there, linebacker.
What is this now, Kevin? What's their scheme?
3-4.
3-4.
Yeah, but
there's 4 linebackers back there now. I mean,
Where?
Well, no, I mean, where?
I mean, where?
All right, leading
Where
into
you
the
gonna
look,
get 'em?
what I came away from, Ramon Humber, 5th-year veteran out of North Dakota.
Yeah.
I never heard of this guy.
I never know.
I mean, this is preseason. I know
Yeah.
it's preseason.
But-
big hit on the goal line stand. Has had 2 really good, probably 3 really good preseason games. So that's a light at the end of the tunnel. But
Yeah.
and then Hawthorne, you know, they got some people there. Lofton.
Lofton I like.
I do too, but the 3 or 4, but you need depth in a 3-4. They
No,
got
you
to
do.
get some depth.
But you
at
know what, guys?
linebacker,
Let me
for
just say,
obvious reasons.
in watching the Saints, and y'all gonna say what game you were watching, but let me just say this, because you know I'm critical about this position. Guys, the secondary, they're pretty
looking good.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, the bump and run corners and stuff. I mean, you know, you've always like, oh God, it's the Saints.
Still.
But I was impressed.
I love Roman
But I was
Harper.
impressed
I
though,
love
to a degree.
Roman Harper. I wish Roman Harper can put on 25 pounds and play
He's not big
linebacker.
enough.
No, I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I know,
With
but
25
he might
pounds
have
play
to.
linebacker. He might have to.
But the thing is, I was
I don't know,
impressed
but
with the scheme.
I was, you know, I'm not certainly a personnel expert, but I was a little skeptical of Will Smith playing linebacker to begin with.
Me too.
I mean,
Well,
he looks like a defensive linebacker.
He does.
wide
He
body.
does, Scooter. He
I
does.
mean, his ass
he
is
does.
this big, you know? I mean, no, he's a wide
Maybe
body
it would have
dude.
worked out.
But look,
You know,
You know,
but he was
making
doing
one
okay.
of
But the
He
thing,
was doing okay.
the thing that impressed me though, you had a pretty good receiving
Did
core
okay.
against the Texans, and I was impressed at how they actually bump and run. And I mean, you know, it seems like that's hope, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, my only thing is, Rick,
They didn't start out too good.
No, they didn't, Scooter. Those underneath routes right now with those linebackers, Rick, it's okay to have big hitters, but you've got to cover every now and then.
I got
and
you.
if you can't
Kenny
cover,
Vaccaro-
Rick, you're going to be.
Kenny Vaccaro's a hitter. He's going to hit some
Yeah.
people.
Caro, I really like.
Yeah.
He's going to hit
Yeah.
some people, all right? And we know that. He had their reputation. Here's a couple of other observations outside the offense. Mark Ingram. Is it me, or does he look faster this year?
He does.
Has he slimmed down
It
some?
just seems
He's
like
slimmed down.
Well,
He
you
looks
know,
faster.
Nobody, you know, nobody's bashed him more than I have. But really, you know, the last, I don't know if it was the last half, maybe just the last third of last season, he kind of didn't look like the big bust we all thought he
No,
was.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
And but I always thought it was because Chris Ivory came back. Well, they got rid of Chris
I know.
Ivory.
Yeah.
And Ingram has looked pretty
No,
good in
he's
preseason.
slimmed down.
I
I think
think they're
he's got a
fine
little-
at running back.
Yeah, and he got some pep in the step. No doubt pep in the step.
I was just more so impressed, I guess, you know. And a lot of times, guys, we don't know if there's players that have injuries that they don't speak about or talk about. But Mark Ingram versus what we saw yesterday versus 2 years ago, I'm saying, yeah, it's a different person.
He was an incomplete back.
It's a
because of
different person.
injuries. The knee,
maybe.
the toe,
Maybe.
he's had
Yeah,
the excuse for
and that's
injury.
what I was saying. And, you know, we don't know if that could have been something that could have bothered him throughout. And he just maybe not said anything about it and just played through it. But I was impressed. And the thing that gets me, guys, is just that you know Sean Payton has always got that ace in his back pocket.
What ace?
I thought the Saints could have, you know, it's preseason, but you're getting close to where, you know, we need to start doing what we're going to do for the regular season right now. But it seemed like Sean Payton,
now because the starters will hardly play this week.
Yeah. It seemed like Sean Payton
probably not at all
had something that he could have thrown at the Texans. It just seems like, why? I mean, and you're right, Scooter, but what I'm saying is just that, you know, for a minute, the Texans kind of felt like, you know.
Did you go to the game?
Yeah.
I figured.
You don't need to win the game.
But you
Why did you say that? Why did you have to say that, Scooter?
I wanted to see
Why did you have to
make
say
plays.
that, man?
Kenny Stills
You know what
is
I
making
wanted?
plays.
Yeah.
He's
I
making
was,
plays.
you know,
at wide
enjoying,
receiver.
you know, Breeze was clipping along there. And then Breeze got hit from that blind side, and I said, okay, that's enough. Put him on the bench.
Yeah.
Don't let him play against the Falcons in the season over. I didn't realize they opened the season with the Falcons.
Yeah. September 8th,
man.
And early in the game, it didn't get to him, but a defensive end rookie out of Stephen F. Austin
I saw
made a
that.
play. Willie Jefferson, and I remember this guy wreaked havoc against Cody Stroud and the Memphis Cowboys. And he's who's the linebacker defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys? What's the big name for the Dallas Cowboys?
Ware.
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware, yeah.
I don't know if he's even going to make the Texans, but Stephen F. Austin, Willie Jefferson,
But
watch
you know,
out for
same
this guy.
thing. DeMarcus Ware played at Troy.
Yeah.
And he played against a really good LSU team. I forget what year it was, but one of, you know, middle, all odds. And LSU didn't have anybody could block him. You know, you think,
and that's LSU up against the
little old Troy.
Little Troy.
Scooter, how can that happen?
TCU.
Not very often.
TCU.
Not very often, Scooter.
Coming back in 2.5 minutes, we're going to shift gears, talk about the Charging Indians with head coach Freddie Harrison.
Yes.
Right here at Jack Daniels.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Louisiana flavor, wrapped up so tight. Pick up some Big Easy Foods tonight. Introducing Big Easy Foods in stores now.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
All right, welcome back, boys and girls. Glad to have you with us this evening. Time to talk some high school football with Washington Marion head coach Freddie Harrison, as we do every year to advance the Charging Indians. 2013, 8-3 overall, 4-1 in the district last year, Freddie.
Not bad.
But when it counts is in the playoffs, and that's how you march toward the dome. I'm not saying, like
What are
when
you
you're going
saying,
to win a
Rick?
playoff game,
what are you
but
saying,
okay.
Rick?
Give us a synopsis of where you are now getting ready for Jamboree as compared to what you had last year, and how is this team progressing where you want it to be?
I think last year we were a little bit ahead of schedule. this team right here has a little ways to go to get on track for last year's team, boys, senior leadership and boys, playmakers wise. I think we got a new quarterback with a great arm. Just gonna have to channel all that energy and all that arm strength and to try to get him to get the ball to the right places. And you got to kind of get the O-line to gel a little bit and just try to make it all work together.
Yeah. So it's going to be a different type team than
it's going to be a different team. You're going to see some different wrinkles. You're going to see us do some things that we hadn't done in the past because I think this young quarterback that we have going to make some plays, and we have the receivers to do what we need to do.
And he's a straight drop back kind of quarterback?
No, he's a dual threat.
He can move then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, Freddie, the one thing that we talk about and we talked about before was having such an athlete like Melvin that's gone now, who's at LSU.
Melvin Jones.
How do you figure out what do you do on offense? Like you said, there's going to be some new wrinkles, but having such an athlete like that, how do you get around not having that go-to person when you need him?
What that does is it spoils you as a coach.
Yes, it does.
It really spoils you as a coach, and I think it spoiled the fans also. But what you do is you go ahead and those catches and those touches and those yards and those touchdowns that he produced, you got to go in there and find guys to do not as much as him, but break those catches down.
Exactly,
spread them out to different players.
That makes a lot of sense.
Freddie Harrison has joined us. He is the veteran head coach of the Washington Marion Charging Indians, looking for the season that will begin Friday night against LaGrange in the Jamboree. One of those playmakers, Damon Delahousse. I don't know. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? He's got a great football name.
Yes, it does.
Damon Delahousse. And you've made mention that, look, he's going to have to carry some of that load. I mean, do you have a number on it? I mean, you want to get this guy 16 touches, 18 touches, what?
The thing
Receiver,
Damon,
what can you do with it?
The thing with Damon, the more touches that he gets, the more productivity that you're going to get out of him. He's just a type of guy that, he just make plays and make big things happen.
Yeah.
So, of course, we're going to try to get him the ball, but we're not going to try to overuse him too early because our non-district schedule is real tough.
Who's going to get into that in a minute?
Yeah.
So we're going to try to limit his touches as much as we can and really focus on building towards the future and just not try to just go out there and just blow it up right now. I mean, we're going to try to spread it out and just make it last through the season.
Yeah. We've asked everybody this year, a little bit off topic from the season itself, where do you stand on this the playoffs going select and non-select, and basically everybody almost making the playoffs?
I think that the principals gathered, and everybody probably saying the same thing. Principals gathered up and they made their decision. My decision and my stand on it is real simple. You play where they voted you to play, I don't care if we'd have been non-select, we'd have been select, we'd have played select. It would have been, we are non-select, we play non-select. There's a lot of people griping and complaining. Play where you're supposed to play and let's get the season over. It's football.
Yeah.
You get to play the same people in the regular season. It really shouldn't matter if it's non-select, select, or where you stand. Play football.
Yeah.
Control what you can control? It's out of your control? Is that what are you taking a hands-off approach to it?
It's none of the coaches' control. Coaches don't make that decision. That's all based on principles. Principles vote through the state, So,
but
I can tell you this.
Your opinion, though, your likes and dislikes.
My opinion is this. I think the private's playing where they're supposed to play and the publics are playing where they're supposed to play.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll put my attorney hat aside.
Go ahead. I'm Rick. You're more than welcome. But and it's been a lot of conversation about that, Brady. And I understand.
Everybody complaining about it. I took a 32-man team at Faraday to John Curtis.
Yeah.
And it was 7-0. We were winning 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
But the final score ended up being 52-7. But those guys went out there and played. It doesn't matter who you play. It's the opportunity to play those guys. You
Yeah.
want to play a John Curtis. You want to play a Rummel. You want to play a St. Aug, Edna Carr. You want to get the opportunity to expose you guys to those top-notch programs.
Yeah.
But Freddie,
And-
how
and
many
see-
players did John Curtis have?
They had
About 120. About 120. About 120.
They had some in the
Well, you
bleachers,
know
too.
that though, Rick. But Rick, you know that before you even go in there. I mean, you know that. But Rick, this is the thing that I've said, and I have to watch my stand on it because, you know. But the thing is, and I've always said it, and I'll let it play itself out. If you want to be the best, you got to play the best, and that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Okay.
But getting back to my question now, Freddie, you know what? I've gone to a lot of Washington Marion games, and the one thing that I can stand in the stands and look and see is that you've always had exceptional speed, no matter what, bar none. How can you take advantage of that versus teams that you know can't control that?
The thing about it is, I think what every coach does, you got to put your playmakers in a position to make plays. You know, you got to get the matchups that you want and put those guys in matchups.
See, when I talk to these guys about matchups, it's like, what are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. It's called creating mismatches and matchups on things that you want.
It does. It just bores me. It just bores me.
But that's my point, though, Freddie. You know, when you do that, you give yourself a chance and your team a chance.
And that's the thing. It's all about mismatches. I mean, you can do. I mean, Trey Quinn does it the best. I mean, Barb does it best with Trey. They put him in a situation to be successful. Salford did it with Walker. They put him in situations to be successful. We did it with Melvin. We put him in situations to be successful. We didn't put him in there knowing that somebody was going to tee off on him. When we knew we can throw the ball with him, we threw it, and we took advantage of the opportunity. And, you know, every coach knows how to put their kid in that situation to be successful.
Exactly. I agree.
Charging Indians head coach Freddie Harrison with us for a few more minutes here. I don't know. I mean, did Satan make this schedule?
No, I made it myself.
I should have asked you that beforehand.
I made it myself.
You open
Freddie
up
say
with
it's
4
tough.
road games.
Freddie say it's tough.
Three road games. Because
You playing at Rain?
No, we playing Barb at home, and then it's 3 on the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barb at home.
Barb at home.
But you play Barb, Sulphur, no, Sam Houston, and then Sulphur, and then Rain.
Right.
So you got 1 home game in the opening 3?
Yeah.
Opening 4?
Opening 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's still murderer's row when it comes to the 5A school.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, like everybody's saying, I mean, you got to play the best to be the best, you know, to get better. You know, I want these kids to understand that you have to learn to compete every time.
I agree,
It
Freddie.
doesn't matter who you're playing. We got to learn how to play from start to finish, and make them understand that it's more to it than just the name on the jersey. It's about going out there and teaching yourself to not play down to anybody's level and always rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
District. You're in there with LaGrange. Give us a quick handicap of the
Man, I think LaGrange is on the top of the district right now. I picked them to be the #1 team in the district. Coach Southern doing great things over there at LaGrange. You can't pick yourself, so LaGrange will be #1. I think that Eunice come in at #2. These are my seedings now, coming off a district championship and I think a 9-1 or 10-0, 9-1, 10-0 season last year.
Yeah.
And then you roll in there with Crowley, Rain, and then I picked Opelousas Beauchamp.
Well, that is pretty candid. I've never heard a coach who would give his picks public for the whole district. My hat's off to you, Freddie.
It is what it is. You shouldn't be able, if you can say it behind closed doors, you better say it in front of the camera.
This is why I like Freddie Harrison on this.
What?
This is why I like this man.
Freddie's always been a stand-up guy since I've been knowing him. He's been a stand-up guy,
press
man.
him a little bit when it comes to non-selected. It's okay. It's all right. You know, look, we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, we do.
It's fun watching your team. There's always talent
Yeah.
somewhere, and you're going to find that talent. You open up with the Jamboree at LaGrange. That's always a good.
And that's going to be on a Thursday. That's this Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah.
not Friday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday. It's Thursday.
It's going to be at LaGrange. We're
At
going to
LaGrange.
start
At LaGrange, Thursday night.
I'm gonna make that.
Then you get who?
And we're going to play LaGrange. We're going to play freshman first, junior varsity,
Junior varsity.
and then varsity.
Okay. We wish you the best of
That's
luck.
gonna be nice.
again, at Faraday, would you take a 32-man team to John Curtis now, knowing what you know?
If I gotta go, I gotta go.
Gotta go. Okay.
There's nothing you can do.
Freddie said, I gotta go. I gotta go. Yeah.
Washington, Marion,
Sorry.
success. We're going to be
Yes,
calling
Freddie.
you later on in the
Thank
season.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back in about 2. Stay right here with Jack Daniels.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Brent Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
So what is this fabulous?
It's funtabulous.
Never heard of it. Is that a word?
Yep.
And you made this up? Well, you can't make up words.
I didn't. Customers did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a combination of fun, fantastic, and fabulous. It's what our customers tell us they feel like when they leave Tarver Ford.
So your customers love you so much, they make up cool words about you?
Yep.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King,
I'm that guy from that thing!
Give me one.
Miller Lite. Man, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Hi, welcome back to Jack Daniels at L'Auberge Casino. Sarah, MC kind of person, Hobbs, newspaper boy, and Mr. NFL college football expert on the internet, Kevin Gidry, who loves to get those matchups out.
Look,
I'm with you. Look, I'm just kidding around. I love matchups too. I understand the intricacies of the game.
And that's,
you know,
and that's
Hobbs
the thing
understands
that
the intricacies of the game.
I know he does.
It bores
I know
him,
he does.
So he
I
just
know he
likes to
does.
peck on the computer and just
that's
talk about
the thing that I think that makes it interesting. When you look at it and you say to yourself, you know, because that's what the guys do that look at these games and make decisions. They look at the matchups and they say, you know what, this guy can't cover this guy. If he's thrown 8 passes, he will probably catch 6.
Right.
That's what they do.
It's a statistical
That's what
odds.
they do.
This guy can run through
Yes,
that guy.
exactly, Rick.
He can't tackle this
Exactly.
guy. He can't cover him.
If you've got, for instance, why I say this, LSU running backs are bigger than TCU linebackers. How do you stop that?
LSU running backs are bigger than LSU linebackers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Scooter.
Some of them
okay.
are Kenny
So,
Hilliard.
Scooter,
As long as we're going to
so we're talking about TCU then, okay?
Linebackers are getting smaller these days.
They got to cover.
good point.
You
They
know
have
what
to
I'm saying?
cover.
Yes.
They have to cover.
Yeah.
But
They
I'm
have to
not
cover.
making this up. You
No.
want to say that?
No, but I'm.
LSU's running backs are bigger than their own linebackers.
No,
Okay.
well, but linebackers, they have changed because they're asked to do so much more now. You've got to cover guys that are 6'6", 6'7". That was unheard of
It
before.
kind of goes back
that was
to,
unheard of.
It kind of goes back to your short-lived basketball
Unheard of.
career.
Oh, whatever,
When I
Rick.
watched
Don't
you
even go there.
basketball, I remember going to that
Don't
game
even
and
go there,
watching,
man.
I thought,
Come on.
You know,
Man, that
when
gives
I
me
played
bad
basketball, a
flashbacks. Don't do
matchup,
that.
You would be an easy matchup for me.
Whatever.
Especially, that's all you got to do is like hit you on that knee or that
Whatever.
Achilles
Don't
tendon
even.
in his eye.
Here we go.
Don't even say that.
Yeah, hold that
The
thought.
three running backs that LSU, we don't know about Hill
Right.
yet, but assuming he's in the mix.
Okay.
All right, we got it 222, 233, and 235. That's 3 running backs.
Okay.
The 3 starting linebackers, 205, 226, 232.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
So, for my reason for saying that is that when you look at it statistically, you say to yourself, how are you going to stop him? But if you've got that front line, it's all goes into how you look at it. When you go, I do position by position because I look at who's going to be covering, who's going to be tackling, who's going to be blocking. And you say to yourself, when you look at it and put it on paper, you can get a sense as to where this game is going. Hey, Scooter, come on now.
Let me take this.
Come
let
on,
me take
Scooter.
this discussion and manifest it to the McNeese, South Florida.
Okay.
'Cause it's interesting you say that because Matt Viator, in his public comments to advance the South Florida game today, talked about, and I'm paraphrasing, South Florida coming off a 3-9 year, but when you look at them on paper and on film, they are an FBS school.
Yeah.
They look like an FBS school. Their athletes look like they're long, rangy, big, fast. They had that kind of complimentary or commitment, if you will, toward those kind of players. They're FBS.
Yeah.
So, and there are more players on the bench. So again, you know, McNeese is going to go in undersized in certain areas.
Yeah, but you know what, Rick?
But you get over that. You can get over that with better execution. You know, working the schemes, if you will. And I believe in schemes.
Right.
I do.
Right.
Yeah. And also heart.
Right. And
playing hard,
and you know what?
Making less mistakes.
And I totally agree with you. But Rick, you know what? The biggest fear factor in all of this here that McNeese is going into, I would not want to play a team that's 3-9.
Coming off with a new coach.
I would not. I would not want to play that. I wouldn't want to.
Then it is, you know, it's what we would call a money game.
Yeah, yeah.
But McNeese has fared pretty well in money games.
They have.
Overall.
Yeah.
They fared really well
They have.
in money games to open a season.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
you're right, though, Scooter. I mean, I have to agree with
South Florida better be ready to play, too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and we don't know, you know, this is a great unknown of any season. We don't know how good McNeese is going to be this year. But if I was South Florida, I mean, I think it's a good situation. I mean, let's face it, it's a money game for South Florida, too. You know, so they think what they would call it would be a rent-a-win.
Right.
McNeese has fared, and they are probably better than Middle Tennessee, which McNeese shocked. That was last year, wasn't it? But I mean, McNeese fares pretty good in these games historically, particularly when they open the season. Maybe they scared the daylights out of well, not scared the daylights out of the Miami Hurricanes one year, but they had like 350 yards of offense.
And even going back sooner, you know, they played South Florida in Tampa, you know, 5-6 years ago, and had the Bulls thinking at halftime they were only up by.
Well, didn't the first 2 quarters when they played Kansas, if I'm not mistaken, they fared pretty decent against Kansas also.
FBS outing I think McNeese has had. I'm talking about from start to finish. Now, Miami kind of ran away with that years and years.
They did, but
probably
McNeese,
Missouri.
But
no, they were
McNeese
competitive.
was pretty competitive.
Yes.
They were,
even more competitive
No, they
than
were.
score sheet.
Right. No,
they gained a lot of yards.
Ironically, it was Missouri on the road. Now in the SEC. Then I don't believe Missouri was in the SEC. I mean, it was just a non-contact. Right from start to finish, Missouri just commanded it.
I agree.
And I believe it was Blaine Gabbert was the quarterback there, who's now in the Jacksonville Jaguars. But so the Cowboys go to South Florida, and you know, one of the things on this is Lance Guidry worked with Willie Taggart at Western Kentucky. So he knows, he's got all the film, and he knows what Taggart's going to do.
Yeah.
That has to help. That has to help.
I mean, it does. But you know what? The one thing that when you look at this McNeese team, Rick, you want to say,
what Guidry's going to do,
too, kind of both sides of that. You know, you say to yourself, this might be the spark that offense may need to stay on the field more, produce more, and give teams a much tougher time in stopping them. Because when you've got that, and I say that ace in the back pocket, when you know you've got a defense that's going to give you an opportunity to walk away each week in winning, because you know that they're going to play for you. You see, that's how it was when we was at LSU. The defense knew that the offense was going to score. We just had to get them the ball.
What do you think, in our final 30 seconds, what you guys know and what I know, and I have an answer to my question, but what do you think this offensive ace in the hole for McNeese will be this year? What do you think?
It's only one thing we can think of. It's got to be the quarterback. He's got to stay upright.
The unknown ace in the hole.
Well,
the LSU connection. This tight end.
Oh, the tight end, Rick. That's a good point you bring.
He's a good player at LSU.
Rick, that's a good point you bring.
But let me tell you.
That's a good point you bring, Rick. It is.
Yeah, he scored on a 50-yarder in their scrimmage, and that's a scrimmage, I know. Yeah. But he's a massive human being.
No, he is.
If he can block like he says he can block, because I'm like this to him.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I can block. I'm going to dominate on the line. He's a confident fella. Now, can he catch and run? And
well, I tell you what.
Well, I thought he had very good hands.
Yeah, and
I mean, I was more impressed when he was at LSU. I was more impressed with his pass catching.
But he didn't catch that.
That he was
12, but
but he had, like,
they didn't have to feature him. I think he's going to be a featured guy on this offense.
I think it was the Florida game.
I think you're right on.
Yeah. He had a couple of really nice catches.
Yeah. So you're very high on him.
Yes, very high.
Very strong blocker. Can help a young offensive line. Can help a young offensive line.
Look, and I know Matt's a smart guy. You will probably see more comeback with this tight end than you've ever seen.
I think he's going to be
in the history of
I'm not saying he's. I think he's an ace. I think he's an ace in the hole.
His body
he's
is
going to come
huge.
out and look. I like Marcus Wiltz at running back. He is a strong runner, and I think where Ingram has slimmed a little bit for the Saints and gained more speed, it looks like Wiltz has bulked up just a little bit, and he's a boy. This is going to be a good game.
Well,
I'm not saying McNeese can go on the road and beat South Florida. But it's capable. They're capable of it. Of
and I know what you're
if
saying.
they don't
Rick.
make too many mistakes, it's going to be an interesting
exactly
game to say the
what you're
least. All right, we're up against the clock. Look, I want to get into the headshots in the NCAA and a couple.
Let's
other
talk
things.
about that.
We argued about that a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do that again. When
Let's
we
talk
come
about
back.
that.
Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
So Todd, there's Truck Month, then there's Tarver Ford Truck Month. What happens here?
Well, at Tarver Ford, you got 2013 XLT V8, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive crew cab pickup trucks, $12,000 off MSRP. You also have 2012 model Lariat four-wheel drive diesels, King Ranch diesel at $12,000 off MSRP. And they all come with lifetime oil changes and lifetime state inspection stickers.
Todd, that's a lot of trucks.
Told you, at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
Welcome back to the show here at Jack Daniel's at LaBerge. Want to remind you, Big Easy Foods.
Yes.
It's always out there. If you're looking for quick and easy, try their gumbo. Microwavable foods. Go to retailers across Southwest Louisiana. If it's not there and you want it, ask for it by name. Big Easy Foods. Check out the gumbo.
Yeah.
It comes in 12-ounce servings. If you're really hungry, get a couple and heat them up in the microwave, and you got supper like
Yes,
that,
you do.
Gentlemen. Big Easy
Instantly.
Foods right here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Just like that.
Michelle got you a room
She
in
did all
Dallas.
that. Yeah,
Y'all
she did all
sleeping?
that. Yeah, I don't deal with none of that.
So you want to do lunch Saturday
We
afternoon?
can. We can. We can. No, there's no doubt about it. I would love to, Scooter. I would love to bond with you while we're
All
waiting.
right. You're getting all this
I would love to.
lunch talk. All right, here we go.
Always.
One thing to watch for in college football this week is the NCAA rule change.
Yes.
In short, if they hit around the head with the crown of the helmet, a forearm, a shoulder, anything above the shoulders, the referee
going to throw it.
Can throw a flag, and
Yeah.
there's a possible ejection
Yeah,
of
there
the
is.
game, or
Now-
they'll go to replay to make that decision.
And you know what, Rick? Let me just say.
This is going to have some far-reaching effects.
Let me
in my
just
opinion.
say, as a former,
And
I'm not overplaying.
Rick, you're
that
not.
was a big topic, like back in June when nobody had anything to write about.
Mm-hmm.
And around SEC media days, it got a lot of play, I remember. But it seems like since August, that's kind of died down.
Of course it would.
everybody's talking about scrimmages and all this kind of. So it's kind of died down. But you're right. It's the little wild card waiting there. And you're going to see some hue and cry. Here when that
somebody
rule
gets
comes into
ejected,
play.
What if that's your ace linebacker? You're in the heat of the game.
Yeah.
You're in the heat of the moment.
And it's all intent.
Yes. But the
where
one thing
did they hit him?
This is how you get around that, though, Rick.
Intent, though. That's kind
The way you get around it, though.
That's what's
not all
scary.
intent.
Well, if you hit a guy where you're talking about, even if you really didn't mean to.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
I think
accidental.
I think, I guess that would put too much in the referee's hands, too much judgment. But I really think intent should matter. I mean, if it's
it does, Scooter.
If it's obvious the
Yeah,
guy
and
did
you're
not
gonna
go
know.
in with any intent,
And you're going to know.
How many
he
receivers?
got off balance.
Look, how many receivers?
Let's say a guy gets off balance.
Yeah.
I haven't been answered that.
Yeah.
The guy gets off balance and comes in with his head.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you know how things happen.
How many receivers when you played caught and ducked?
It happened
Caught
all
and
the
ducked.
It happened all the time. I mean, it wasn't a rule back then. But
You
let me say
weren't
this.
aiming high. He goes low, and now
if the intent, my thing is this: when you're looking at an athlete, especially from a defensive back, because the two that they'll be called on the most is probably going to be linebackers. The most will be the secondary because you're at a much higher moving speed, so it's going to be that
I
area.
think that's what everybody's right. I think everybody assumes it's going to be the safety.
It will be. But the thing is that if you go in to wrap up, I think it's going to be hard to call that. If you're going in with your hands to wrap up, normally you see this shot coming like this.
Right.
And then you know it's like, But if you can wrap your arms, I think the ref is going to have a hard time calling that shot.
But it's not
Hard
just
time
the
calling it.
crown. Now, it's the forearm, it's the shoulder. If it hits in the head,
and
you can be flagged.
Yeah. And that's tough. That is.
I think the intentions are good.
I think it is too, Scooter, to keep the game safe. But it's football, guys. Those are.
Watch somebody lose somebody in the BCS championship game this year. You know?
Watch it.
Yeah, you're right,
Back on,
Scooter.
that was your
You're right.
See, there we go. The subtle plug for BCS.
You're right.
You just always do it, don't you? It's kind of get there in there. He's
it's tough.
Lamenting that the
Give it up. Give it up.
It's tough.
All right,
It's
matchups. We talked about LSU, TCU, Alabama, Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
What'd you say? The SEC, Ole Miss, and who else is in there?
Vanderbilt.
No. Got it written down.
Yeah, they
South
still
Carolina,
play.
North Carolina. Who is it again?
Mississippi State, Oklahoma State.
But
Oklahoma
what's
State wins
what's
that
the
one.
SEC? Ole Miss and who?
Ole Miss and Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss and Vanderbilt is one. Oregon. Not Oregon. No, Oregon at number 8, Clemson.
Right.
5 against number 8. That's
that's a good one.
Number 8, who?
Clemson. Did I write it down wrong?
You must have. Clemson's playing Georgia.
Oh, that's right. Georgia number 5. Georgia
Clemson's
number 5 against Clemson number 8, right?
Yeah.
That's a top 10 matchup.
Somebody's gonna fall
and
in
then
that one.
LSU too. So we've got some good, to your point,
Tell you
we've got
what,
some good matchups to open the week.
But there are a lot of good games. Boise State, Washington. That one interests me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say this. Does A&M have the best press people around this country?
I guess so. What, you want to make your point?
Make it quick.
Johnny
What?
Football.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to happen.
First week we open up.
Hey, the beauties are
kinda over
coming
with.
back from LaBerge. It's Stump the
kinda
Wise
done.
guys. We're coming back, so we want you back as well. Stay right there.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort.
So, Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake to Quincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us.
So, Todd, give me an example of what you got going on here.
Well, Joe, we got a $299 a month lease on the F-150 crew cab, and as always, complimentary lifetime oil changes. We've got a great group of people here working real hard to serve our customers.
So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
Wow. What? See what I see? You know I see it. I seen it before you did it. You? Come on, man. You know I saw that before you even said anything. Say what? Tell me what you see. You already know what I'm seeing. So you see what I'm saying, right? I saw it. I'm seeing it right now. I'm looking right at it. Right. Get this.
The new bottle? What's there to say?
The new Miller Lite bottle. Find one at a bar near you.
right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at LeBare's Casino. Before we get to the beauties of LeBare's and trying to stump old folks up here, gotta remind you, Jen Kober.
Yes.
Last homegrown comedy show at Jack Daniels this Wednesday.
Try to get out and make it.
Last one. You gotta try to make it before she rushes off to Hollywood.
Guys, you know what? We should all go to that last show. We really should. You know that, right?
Hey.
It might embarrass you.
Hey. It's, you know,
Yeah,
if you've
we
been
really
to one,
should.
you can go
We
to
really
several
should
because
make that
they all
last show,
change
guys.
week
The
to week.
watered down version embarrassed got you really flustered.
Hey, if you miss her, check her out in the movie with Harrison Ford, Paranoia.
Yeah.
It's in town. Check her out. I've not seen it yet, but I plan on to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely
making
go
a
see
lot
it.
of movies out in Los Angeles and Hollywood and all points in between. So a homegrown comedy at Jack Daniels, 9 o'clock this Wednesday. Last one of the year, and hopefully they'll have her back. All right, the lovely Kayla is back.
Here we go.
Thank you for being back after a long hiatus.
I know, I missed you guys so
Like
much.
4
We missed
months
having you, too.
She's
I
been
know,
gone,
it's
and we have Chandler back
Glad to
with
have
us.
you back.
Okay, here we go. You guys know the routine. You're going
Here
to
we
try
go.
to stump us.
All right.
No cheating, no looking, and
No looking.
be
That's
nice
for you.
and be
That's for
calm.
me.
All right, here we go. The New Orleans Saints have been known of late to find diamonds in the rough from small colleges in lower divisions. Let's test your knowledge on these known Saints from faraway places. This year's draft pick, tackle Teron Armstead, is from what small college?
Scooter.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Bingo.
Yep.
Wonderful, Rick.
And you know
Wonderful,
this team
wonderful,
is coming
wonderful.
to Lake Charles.
I know
They are like highly
Arkansas,
ranked.
Pine Bluff?
Yeah. This is not
Coach
a cupcake.
Coleman. Coach Coleman is at
Arkansas, Pine Bluff,
Arkansas,
not Pine Bluff,
Pine Bluff,
Arkansas.
Arkansas, Pine
Coach Coleman, if I'm not mistaken, I think.
We're going to count that one.
Okay,
I think
here we
it's
go.
Coach Coleman is the coach.
All right, number 2. One of the Saints' best discoveries is guard Jory Evans. Where did the Saints find him?
Towson State.
Wrong.
No, that's Bloomsburg.
You on a roll
Sorry.
today.
Come on, Ricky. Way to fall
It
through.
was Jerron Bushrod came from a small
Bushrod. Towson. I remember that from when LSU
That's okay.
played them last
It's all right, Scooter.
All right, I got you.
Chandler.
Next one.
Here we go.
Headband, Chandler.
I love it.
Love the
Thank you.
headband.
Thought
Love
it'd be
it.
different today. All right, converted linebacker Junior Gillette is making a name for himself, but was an unknown from what small college?
Didn't he?
Wow.
Wait, he was from
That I don't know.
I know that one, guys. I know that
Oklahoma.
one.
What's a small school in Oklahoma? I think it was Oklahoma. Small. Any clue? I think we're going to get stumped because I don't have a clue. Take a guess.
Slippery Rock.
That's not Oklahoma, but good guess.
Y'all know it?
No, what was that one?
Stillman.
Stillman. God, you said Slippery Rock. Come on, Scooter.
Stillman's in Atlanta, I think. Stillman.
I don't know.
No.
For some reason, Oklahoma's
Okay.
in my head. All right, we got
All right.
stumped.
All right.
God, dog.
All right, let's see if y'all can get this one. Akeem Hicks started his college career at LSU, but
Yeah, you
finished
got this.
at what faraway school before signing with the Saints?
I
Scooter
just
knows
know
this.
it was in Canada.
That's, yep,
Like
it's in
Calgary
Canada.
or
Yeah,
Saskatchewan.
No.
he went to a played it. I didn't know they had college football in Canada.
It's Calgary
Really?
something?
Yeah,
or other?
it was Regina, Calgary.
Regina.
Did he play a full
Yes.
4 years or 2
No,
years?
No, 1 year. I
One
think
year.
One, yeah.
1 year and then put himself
He's doing
up.
okay
Nick,
with the
yes,
Saints.
he
He's
is.
doing
Well,
okay.
well,
with
he
the
had played 2 years of junior college. He
Yeah.
was going to be a JC transfer.
That's right.
Exactly.
California,
Coming
was
to
it?
LSU,
Was
yeah,
it
in
his background?
California.
Okay.
All right, ready for the bonus round?
Oh,
Yeah,
my God,
we
we
Came here to play golf, actually.
All right, bonus question. The Saints' 2 starting receivers have small college in common. What schools sent Marcus Colston and Lance Moore to the pros?
Oh, God. Kevin, come on. Kevin.
Yeah, it's your
Participate.
I'm
like Johnny
trying,
Thibodeau
man.
told you, just
I'm
compete, boy. Just compete.
Colston, I'm looking at the kid right now. Small school.
I got to bail y'all out of this one. Come on. Am I
I
the
mean,
only
I
one
know
that
it, Rick.
knows
I can't think of it.
Hofstra and Toledo.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows that.
I know that.
That kept coming up.
It did.
Hofstra and
It
drop
did.
football. Isn't that something, ladies? We
All
appreciate
right, you're
it.
like
Thank you,
5
guys.
for 5
You
today.
guys, wait a minute. I wasn't. This is my only day.
missed
Maybe because of the
Stillman.
weather outside. That's.
Stillman.
Well,
I'm
you-
just gonna say
you
because of the
kinda-
weather.
That was yours, Scooter. That was yours. You had that.
Chastising you, man. Look at that finger. We appreciate it. Kayla.
Tough.
Yeah.
And Chandler,
That's
appreciate
tough.
it. All right.
Thanks,
always
ladies.
fun to have the lovely
All
ladies
right.
here.
Thank
right,
you guys
4
so
for
much.
5. All right, we got stumped.
That was pretty tough, though. Some of
Well, let me
those,
throw
that's
this out,
pretty
guys.
Those were tough.
Yeah, that was tough.
Stillman, I got to research that.
That was
Look,
tough.
Let me
It's
throw
in
this out.
Atlanta, I'm pretty sure.
You know, we're on cable. All right. Fox Sports 1 is now trying to compete with ESPN. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet. Is it on the local cable system? Someone tell me. I don't know. I haven't had
I don't
time
know
to
if
check
it
it
is.
out. Fox Sports 1
Yeah.
is out there.
Regis Philbin is going to be there. Kirk Herbstreit.
That's what they say.
Is that?
I
is that
only
what
know
you're telling me?
a little
Scooter,
bit.
you're
What
right.
I
You're
saw on the Fox coverage of the Saints and Texans, Randy Moss.
Yeah.
And I got no problem with Brian Urlacher.
Right.
Randy Moss. Okay. I got
Now
a bit
wait
of a
now,
problem.
Rick. Come on
I've got
now,
a bit
Rick.
of a problem.
But I've
Randy
seen.
was pretty good.
No, I'm going to say the same thing,
No,
Scooter.
no, I'm saying he's good.
Yeah.
What little I saw, but he was a media malcontent. Okay, and I understand player.
Wait a minute. I think
I got a
they're off
problem.
base here. And I'm not disagreeing with you. He was.
He was.
Yeah.
But I thought, unlike a Terrell Owens, I thought the last 4 or 5 years Randy Moss was in the league, he matured a little bit.
With New England, am I right?
He came around and matured a little bit.
Okay, Belichick and Brady.
He got
Yeah,
some of that
yeah.
rough edge.
Okay.
I agree with you, Scooter. I agree
Particularly
with you.
after he got to the Patriots.
I
agree
just
with
got,
you.
he's
I
interesting.
thought he
different
was
person.
okay.
He's
I thought-
interesting.
person.
He's interesting. Great insights. Urlacher,
I'm
interesting,
with
great
you,
insights.
though. If you're watching guys throughout their career, and you're thinking which ones might be TV analysts.
Exactly.
His
He's
wouldn't
not
have been the
one.
first.
No, his
one.
wouldn't have been one.
I applaud Fox
not
Sports
so
for
But
much
I
what
thought
they're
he
doing.
was okay, and you got to give a guy credit. You know, I thought he matured a little bit.
If he's
late
a
in
jerk
his
to the
career.
media and he jumps to the media side, I got a bit
But
of
the
a
thing
problem
is, you know
with
what, Urlacher, I mean, I love the kid soup commercial, but I never thought he would go past that.
that. We'll see. There's that line again. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Great show tonight, guys.
As always.
Next week, it's post game.
We got so
LSU,
much to talk about.
TCU, Cowboys
Man.
and Bulls. And of course, after that, the NFL.
Man.
We'll see if Guidry comes back and says,
I'm telling you,
I was wrong.
look.
I was
look.
wrong. Got to get
I'll
that
be the
hot
first
out.
to say-
Right now. Hey, you know who TCU is now?
We'll see you at the games, everybody. Have a great
All right,
sports
guys.
week.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.